So there's been three parts to this service. We've had part one and part two. We're now coming to part three, but it won't be very long. The first part was that question about being more significant than others, okay? And so the two disciples, James and John, they came to Jesus and they said, we want the highest place when you come in your glory. We want to be on your right and on your left. For you, that's on your right and on your left when you come in your glory. And it's about this human search for significance. We want to know, we all want to know that we matter. We want to know that we have value, that we're valuable to someone else. We want to be noticed. We want to be seen. We want to be remembered. We are like the child at the playground stood at the top of the slide saying, look at me. Look at me. We all want to be significant. And so when James and John come to Jesus and they're saying, we want to know that our lives matter. Jesus, we want to know that you've noticed us. We want to know that our lives are not going to be overlooked. And I have some sympathy for them, don't you? Because there is this basic core search in us to know that we matter to someone else. It's a basic human need. We're all searching for significance. So I wonder, not to talk about now, but just to think about, how's that playing out in your life at the moment? How much is your search for significance playing out in your life? How's it playing out? How much are you driven by your need to be seen? Or at the moment, do you feel valued? Or do you feel overlooked? Okay, so the first thing about this passage is it gets to the core of who we are. The second thing is the thing that Jesus says. And what Jesus says is, whoever wants to be the greatest among you must become your servant. And what he's saying is, your lives actually, counterintuitively, your lives become significant when you serve others. So the point of your life actually isn't to be noticed. The point of your life is to notice others. The point of your life is to find your significance in giving value to others rather than finding value for yourself. Your lives are meaningful, Jesus says. Your lives are meaningful if you can get the focus off yourself and onto the needs of your neighbor. Yeah? So Jesus is saying to them, you want to be significant? If you want to be significant, invest yourself in the well-being of others. That's the secret of the kingdom that turns everything else upside down, everything else on its head. The secret of the kingdom is we're to focus on where we can bring life, where we can bring help, where we can bring hope, where we can embody healing. Do you remember Mother Teresa says, don't seek to do great things. Do you remember the rest of it? Instead, do little things with great love. Do you remember that? And we could maybe say, don't seek to be known for doing great things. Seek to be known for doing little things with great love. No, you'd want to do more than that, wouldn't you? You'd want to say, don't seek to do great things. Seek to remain unknown for doing little things with great love. Jesus says to us, if you want your life to be meaningful, if you want your life to be significant, try and get the focus off yourself and instead serve the needs of the people around you. So another question just to think about. Which people and which needs are you serving this week? Which people and which needs are you serving this week? Or is there anything you need to stop doing to make time for serving the needs of the people around you? Okay? Are you with me? So part one was, we're all looking for significance. Part two was, actually Jesus is saying your significance. It's better with that last syllable on the end of that word. Your significance comes not from being noticed, but by what you can give, from what you can give away, by noticing the people around you. Okay? You with me so far? Is there a flaw in this plan? Yes. What is the flaw in the plan? What was point one? Point one was we all are looking for significance. Point two was give yourself away. What do you do with that hunger for being noticed? What do you do with that hunger for knowing that you matter to someone else, that you're valued, that you've been loved, that somebody cares about you? How do we resolve that hunger? And the truth is, we're already significant because we're already loved by God. We're already significant because we are already loved by God. Your life is already meaningful because you're already held and cherished and loved by him. In the passage, it comes in Jesus' question. The disciples come to him and they say, we want to ask you something. You've got to tell us. And he says, what do you want me to do for you? What do you want me to do for you? God looks at you and loves you. God affirms you. In God's eyes, you are treasured. He is satisfied with you. If we can get a hold of that, then that satisfies our hunger to know that we're noticed, to know that we're significant, to know that we belong. How do we learn that? How do we experience that God affirms us and cherishes us and values us? You can answer that out loud if you want to. How do we learn it? How do we know it? There's no, well, there may be wrong answers. Try me and see. There's lots of different right answers. I heard, over there. Look to our lives so far. As you look back on your life, you've got the advantage over some of these people down here of having a little bit more to look back at. You can see God's care and see, therefore, that he loves. Yeah, good. How others care for you. Good answer. So the people around you caring for you communicate to you God's love for you, God's affirmation of you. Yeah, anyone else? The Bible tells us. Yeah, good. God speaks to your heart. So is that a kind of an experience of knowing that you're loved and you're held and you're cherished? Yes, I would say an experience. Yeah, good. The presence of God. Who said that? Oh, where did that come from? Oh, wonderful, over there. The presence of God is similar. So you experience God's affirmation for you. Wonderful. Anyone else? So there's lots of other right answers, but in a moment we're going to share bread and wine together. We're going to share communion. That's a very concrete way of you receiving God's value for you. As somebody serves you with bread and wine today, if you want to take that, know that they're saying to you, you are so valuable to God that he even gave his son for you. We're going to give you some mirrors. There's two choices, actually. There's some mirrored card down here, which Caroline's got. So if you are particularly small and worried about sharp edges, you might want to take that. But there's lots of, to be honest, better mirrors here as well. Sarah and Dave are going to start giving some of these out. Thank you. There's enough for anybody who wants to take one home on the expectation that you won't all want to, okay? There's another pile here. Would anybody like to give out another pile of mirrors? Some could go upstairs as well. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, maybe some down here and some down upstairs. We've been doing this thing in Mainly Music the last few weeks I wanted to share with you. Take a mirror. Can you see yourself in it? And then there's no cool way of doing this. I'm just going to sing to you, okay? In the mirror, who do I see? Who do I see? I see. And then you say your name. I see. You are very special. God loves you. God loves you. Would you like to look at yourself in the mirror? I'm going to do it at you again. We've been doing this with all the little children the last few weeks. It's been lovely. In the mirror, who do you see? Who do I see? I see. You are very special. God loves you. God loves you. Okay, you're starting to get the hang of it now, so I'm going to do one more time. When we get to the point where you sing your name, do it nice and loud. In the mirror, who do you see? Who do I see? I see you are very special. God loves you. God loves you. Maybe just try moving the mirror around a little bit. Who else can you see in your mirror? Can you see anybody else? Can you see some people around you in your mirror? All of them are valued and noticed and significant, just like you are, okay? All of them are loved by God. All of them, their lives are meaningful because he holds them in his love. And those other people you can see in your mirror, whether you like it or not, are a gift to you today. They're going to help you learn and live into God's love. And you are a gift to them. There are also some acrylic pens. Sarah's got the pens. If you want to, you could write something on your mirror and take it home. And then, or you could just do a design on your mirror if you want to as well. So if you'd like to be a bit creative with your mirror, here's some things. You may well have something in mind that you could write down, which would be wonderful. Here's some suggestions otherwise. You could write down, you already matter to God. Or you could write down what we've just been singing, you are very special. Or you could write, God loves you. Or you could write, God sees me, and I will never be overlooked. So I give you just a couple of minutes to do something on your mirror if you want to, and then we'll carry on. And if you're still creating, you can carry on at the same time.